Oh,
Goodness. Good morning, everyone. As usual, just as we're about to go doing the live, you're waiting for those moments, which again happen. I'm in the middle of giggling about something. I think Leanne was on the wrong screen, so
I
she's
was.
now moved herself to the right one. So hi,
That's
Leanne.
it.
How are you?
Hi, Ross. Good, thanks. Trying to do too much at once, fit it all into a short space.
Yeah, especially when, I suppose there's the assumption because I don't actually plan a format or a program or anything for this show. I just do it like the description says it. It really is like the leftover dinner, you take potluck with it. And that's what I do. So we're only ever really just in front by about the 10 minutes, or it seems, trying to fit everything in, like you said.
Yeah.
There's a few things we do as the background because everything like this does need a little bit of planning.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you've got to schedule it and do all that. So, yeah, that in the background, we've done that. So,
at the same time, we're planning what's next and what we have to do and get ready for that.
Yeah, the rest of just the day, and then there's the week ahead and months and goodness.
The year's gone again.
Tired already. Well, it's when you start seeing the Christmas stuff that I sort of think, oh my goodness, it's that time already.
Scary.
Someone trying to be the first one to put a Christmas thing on my messenger, things like that.
I got that the other day. Was that from you?
No.
Somebody sent me the first tree. Yeah, I can't remember. I was away on the weekend working, and I got the first Christmas tree on my phone for the year.
Yeah, and that would have been because somebody sent it to me. So yeah.
And it's crazy. It's crazy the way Christmas has come around. I just don't know where this year's gone. I know I've achieved a lot this year, but at the same time, it's moved very quickly.
Yeah.
And it's even scarier when I come home. Whoop, my light just went out. I don't know what.
There's things that just don't want to work. I did have to reboot my computer before going to air. That was about 20 minutes beforehand. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I think it's something to do with the plug.
Yeah. And we do have a few people already tuning in. So hi, Paula and Jane, Francine, Anne-Marie. So we'll flip up a couple of the comments.
Hey, ladies.
And Paula, it's not a necessity to actually be in the viewing bits with us as a guest. I mean, it's not essential. It's lovely to see you on the line.
Yeah. I think Paula knows how this side of it works because she does her own show by memory.
Yeah.
Hey, Jane. Hope you're well, honey.
Yes,
hi, Francine. Aww, the hearts for eyes.
Anne-Marie Becker. Already a question. Answer that.
We haven't got our heads together yet.
It's a
crazy morning.
Came from hospital.
Jane,
I hope it's going all well.
Yeah, sending you love and healing, honey. Excited to be going home, I'm sure. You're still leading, can't see anything. Oh, okay. Our Paula's will be coming through on the link.
Sometime they needs a refresh on that, the little duva that does the roundy bit.
You talk my language, the duva.
And Kerry,
Okay.
Sometimes, and honestly, it can be just that I'm too lazy to think the right word.
We are both well. I'm well, thanks, honey. Roz is too.
Oh, goodness, now we've got some other... So this Paula is not the one that does Be Live. I gather that's what's
Sorry.
There you go.
I just seen the word Paula. The other one.
It's the nature of having, if you do know the backside. Oh, that doesn't sound nice either. The back. Where Leanne and I are, if you've been in that sort of situation with BeLive.tv, you will know that the comments section, as it's screening, flowing through on that sidebar, it can be quite fast sometimes.
Yeah.
So it is possible to have comments missed, and it's not practical to actually show absolutely everyone. Like this one, good morning, Rob, because I haven't seen Rob in the list yet already. And
hey, Rob.
Then who did I click on then? I've lost it. There you go.
Moves when you click.
And Courtney Jane, there you are. Hi, how are
you?
Courtney. Some of those names I've seen further down. Others are sort of, God, they go so fast. They have done before at the moment. It's manageable pace. So I'm not apologising for it, just explaining it.
Yeah.
It's so as well, I've been feeling the pressure of busyness. And you would know that all too well, Leanne.
Yes.
We asked each other, how are we each to each other, as you do when you first get on with this sort of thing. And I'm tired, and I haven't done as much as what Leanne's done. I didn't have a good sleep last night. Leanne's been flat out busy. She didn't get a rest day yesterday she wanted. And, So,
it's been crazy.
And some of the lag of life, it's one of those things I just wanted to have a brief chat about this morning, because we can do the living in the moment so well that we actually don't take the time to look after ourselves when we're living in that moment.
That's it.
So what ways is it that you like to use yourself?
For me, like
getting away from that busyness in turning off in just
and I guess being this time of year, being Christmas or coming up to Christmas and the lead up that we need to do into Christmas, November, December is always usually very hectic for me in my personal life without my career side of it as well. So for me, the year's been very much about traveling, getting out into different areas, doing live shows, private readings. I've taken on a lot more mentoring and teaching, so it has been very crazy this year with that side of it. So when I'm away, like say, for instance, this last weekend, we left for Bordertown early Thursday morning, did a couple of days there, went on to Mount Gambier for the weekend. So there was no rest. It was like the only time I got to stop was sitting in the car, and I was very fortunate to have my parents with me to be able to drive, so I could close my eyes for that 15, 20 minutes or whatever I felt I needed. But we got back late Sunday night. I usually plan 2 days off afterwards. So like the Monday, the Tuesday would be my days to lay on the couch to do nothing, especially the Monday. I would normally try to stay in my dressing gown on the couch with a blanket if I feel the need to cuddle up to it and watch TV. But yesterday was just a hectic day. If it wasn't for the phone ringing, there were messages, trying to catch up with things in the messages on Facebook and everything else. So I haven't had that. Today my body is telling me it's aching. It's because I have like a fatigue issue with fibromyalgia. So I feel the aches. I feel that deep tiredness sort of thing with that side of it. So I'm counting down my days. I'm off to Renmark on Friday for the weekend. Bring on Sunday, Monday next week. My travel calendar is closed for the year. I'll just be doing local stuff. So it's like, I just want to go down the beach. I want to put my feet in the sand, in the water, and just let go of everything and just soak up the sun to recharge my batteries. So for me, if I can, when I really push myself to the limits like I am at the moment, it would be to connect with Mother Earth, to stop, to breathe, to release, and just to recharge. All the R's. The B's and the R's. But besides that, it would just be to take some time for myself, to sleep. And that's the biggest thing for me. It's sleep. Because when I sit in that energy, and you would know it yourself, Rosabelle, as you're building your strengths with your readings, you'll find that people are pulling, or readings are pulling on your energy more. I've had in Mount Gambier Sunday, I had a gentleman step in that I read, connected with in spirit. It only literally just passed. It's actually his funeral today, his daughter told me. And to connect with him, sometimes I've got to allow spirit to pull on my energy to have the strength to communicate. So for somebody like him that has just passed, that hasn't built that strength, will use mine, which drains me. So it's quite fascinating.
I have found that seems to be the gist of, the more energy that you're using in that connection, it does drain your own, which I suppose is just logical. It's also, whichever pathway you're choosing in whatever you're doing, it does all take energy, and it's not discounting what energy there is that's used for emotional things that you go through.
That's it.
The whole of life, really, it is all an energy flow. I suppose, because for me, that's where my focus is at the moment. Well, at the moment, it's been for a while, more the energy, the inner soul searching side of it.
That's it. And that takes time. It takes work. That's it. And I find it really funny now looking back, because my mum would always ring me and she'd go, "Oh, you're always so tired," or "You're always sitting there yawning to me on the phone," sort of thing. You need to sleep, you need to do this, you need to do that. She had the answers for everything, so to speak. Now that she's been traveling with me on the road the last couple of months a bit more, and she's literally seeing what I am doing, but even to have her sitting on a stool, just talking to the odd, having a conversation with people, and just like you would normally, and even, helping sell products, she's finding how exhausted she is just by sitting in that space of the energy sort of thing. And I'm like, well, you think about what we do as readers, and you add that to what you're feeling. So it's funny how she's got a better understanding of what is going on and why I'm tired. I'm sure she slept most of the day yesterday.
Which is what chance you actually wanted but didn't get.
That's it. And it was about setting my boundaries, but at the same time, it's like, for me, being so busy on the road, I'm still a mum, I'm still a wife, I'm still a friend, and all that side of it. So it was the first chance to catch up with the friends, because I've had 6 or 8 weeks where I've pretty much been away every weekend, and one of those was like a big stint in Queensland for 6 days. So I kind of feel like I'm not the best friend at times, but, I still try to be there in the way I can, because my focus is on my work.
Yeah, and that's where it comes back to, there is a time for everything, and it fits in with the synchronicity of where our focus is for the right time. And there are times where business and business building and getting yourself sorted, set up, having systems in place as the background, it's like when you're actually building a house, you really do need to have that solid foundation to put what you're building onto that. If you don't have that base and start from one point to build to the second point, like stairs, I mean, they build one on top of the other as well, and you're going up like that. All of life does have that type of a building pattern around it, because whether it's in relationships or whether it's in physical parts of what we're doing in building products or a product line or services or anything like that, or a business, or whether it's even continuing on with relationships or friendships, they all need time. And that's where, with that interaction as friends with particular friends, we can build that even more, what's the right word for it? The stronger friendships that don't really need to have constant interaction and contact, because you understand each other and where you need to be for each other or not.
And that's where it comes back more into your soul family. Friends like that, I believe, are more your soul family. The relationships you don't need to work at. Where it's, my friends are very good, they're very understanding. Where it's me at the moment going, oh my God, I just need to give them time. I need, I crossed paths with one yesterday. I ran in and seen her at work for a whole 2 minutes, and I'm like, one more trip, and I've got weekends home, we can do barbecues, we can go fishing, we can do this. And I think she thought I was crazy. But it was like, I'm excited to be able to step back and have that family time, have that friendship, and have that balance sort of thing where as much as I love my work as well, I've been very dedicated, well, tried to be very dedicated to it all year. Sort of thing.
Because, and I think that's partly the vision that we have of serving others and nurturing others as well in the line of what we're doing. It is with that emphasis and intent. It's to help others. It's to serve others. But, you know, we do still need to have that, like you said initially, was the boundaries and knowing that and being able to allow space for all things.
Yeah.
It's hard management sometimes, but
that's it.
You know, I mean, it's very important to have that there. So.
That's it. I'm even excited about having more time to come live on Facebook more often.
I have fun with
it. It is. I love it, and I have missed it a lot. As far as you know, there's been Tuesday mornings I've had to miss, but to be able to do that, and my Wednesdays, and even just to pop in and go, "Hey guys, this is going on," and have you thought about this or whatever? It's I'm looking forward to that again.
Yes.
And so,
and I have been keeping a note of the list growing, which I'm thinking, I suppose we should go back to that.
Because we could chat all day.
Well, it is. I mean, that's what the label of the show is. It's Tuesday Intuitive Chat with Deanna Ross. So we just take it with the flow of what comes up. And for me this morning, that came up. And a lot of it because yesterday I was trying to beef up on some remedies to stop a cold or something developing. I've woken up with headache and, you know, sinus and all that stuff and feeling flat. A little bit like that this morning, but, you know, we need to look after ourselves.
Yeah, my beautiful daughters are both sick today with that. The headaches, the cold, the snuffly. My new one went out drinking Saturday night with a very little skimpy top on, and I'm like, wouldn't it help getting cold, honey? And add alcohol to the mix. She's 19, she's learning.
Well, and I dare say we probably all went through that process.
I think I wore a little bit more clothes. I wasn't as confident back at those days.
I don't want to go back there. I'm glad I'm where I am, thanks.
I agree.
Experiences of that part of life have passed me, and I don't mind the younger ones taking it on. Different scenery, same issues.
I like that. Images.
I'll go back to the first question that is here, so we're not going to keep raving on. Like you said, we could keep going on and on and on. So that's from Anne-Marie. When's it going to come forward? I've just all I've got there is a yes, he will. I haven't really got a timeline, probably because I've got a bit of a foggy brain. I don't know.
You got a foggy brain. I got foggy glasses.
Oh dear. Would you like to polish them up?
Yeah, I just took them off to do that. Anne-Marie, honey, I see the number 4, so I'm either with the 4 weeks time or the 4th of a month sort of thing, but I just get the 4 is very strong around that. Okay, but I do feel that he will come forward.
Yeah, so looking forward.
Yeah.
In whatever way that means for you.
Yeah.
Now, it might take me a little bit here to go through. Oh, I like that. There's Francine replying, and this is way back at the start of the conversation. That is. Yeah.
She talks our language.
Yeah. I'll make it up as I go. What's that saying? Fake it till you make it.
That's a saying I haven't heard for a while. It's funny people come and go in your life and they use different things, but that's what I haven't heard for a while. Any messages for me? Is my son going to be okay in life? Yeah, honey, I get the ups and the downs, but I do feel that he's got the strength to pull through stuff. So to me, I just get the reference to it's dealing with one thing at a time. He's quite bright. I want to say in his mind, he is very bright. So whether he has trouble communicating those things at times, I just get the reference to he will be okay, one step at a time. And I want to put colour around him for some reason, but I do feel that it's finding a way to communicate. And when he communicates, things will be well. Okay. The card.
And I'll just pull that. This is out of the Lenormand. Oh, I'll go solo with that so you can see it fully. And you'll have to tell me if it's glaring.
There, Ros, that's probably the best there.
I will get to playing around with these at some point soon, I hope. My first instant reaction to that was the cycles. I have no idea what the actual card means in the deck guidance book or anything. I haven't done much with the Lenormand. I just go with what's the picture. And it's the cycle of life for me as far as, I can't remember what the question was. It was whether your son's okay.
Son is going to be okay in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's just one of those cycles that's going around. Yeah. You know, it's the pattern of what occurs in life. It's comes back to actually teach us what we need to know, is what I'm getting from that. So he's going to be all right, and he'll be learning his lessons well.
Yeah, so I think he's got a very good foundation around him to support him as well. So
yeah, that'll get off the solo. That's it.
She remembered. See, I can't see you from on solo.
No, because the guests don't get the get the look of what I'm seeing as the host. So, and that's a reminder. There is the link for those of you who are, you know, video ready to, if you want to, just click the link and jump at, and we can have you actually in screen with us.
Ros, boy or girl? I love these questions.
Yeah, I've got girl straight away.
Same here. Yeah, but I think there'll be another pregnancy not far after. So I want to put one of each around it, but a little girl first.
And there, it's just Heather confirming after we'd spoken, you know, he'd said about that fibromyalgia. It's one of those things and another. It's one of those things, I think, really as well, too, because I have, my sister's got the scleroderma, and it's something that you don't know much about until you have somebody that's directly related to your friend or things like that, and you actually start to find out more about what these diseases and illnesses and the rest are. And then you realise they pop up everywhere, and you realise, wow, there's more of that around than you think, but it's only because I think our focus is more attuned to it. The same as we're doing readings and, you know, practice for me more than you, because you're so much an expert at it.
I don't know about that.
I'm about like that.
I was there once, Ros.
Yeah. And it's that the growing ease of moving into it as you actually hear more, see more of other people who are also the psychic mediums doing their thing, as well as actually feeling more relaxed and self-confident in what I'm doing, for instance. And everybody can do exactly the same. That's what I like.
Exactly. We all have we just have what you yourself
are getting.
And fibro, and like being more aware of, I guess, communicating with spirit, of the psychic, the mediumship side of it, makes us more in touch, for me, and I can only talk from my own experiences, more in touch with my body, because I work as an empath, so I will feel those things in my body. So when you stop and you think about it, and I step out of my professional head, so to speak, I am still very aware of my body. So those pains and everything are still very much heightened. It's nothing unusual for me to walk into the doctor and tell the doctor what is wrong with me before he gets to examine me, sort of thing, and go, okay, well, it's this sort of thing. So it sort of makes it a little bit hard in that same sense to balance it.
Yeah, well, for myself, I mean, I feel that I'm more of the visual, so it's not so much. I'd love to be able to do that, which is what I try to focus on when I get like waking up and thinking, it is the signs and blah, 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 and dealing with it in the way I know how with the remedies and whatnot. But it's also the visual that I get, and it's that instant connection of, that's not for me, it's for someone else type of thing when I'm actually doing the reading and knowing that difference. So
it's a learning curve.
And then it's just practice. The more you do with anything, you're going to become better at it.
Practice. So, yeah, I say that to my students all the time. Practice. I think I finished my last online course off with that. If I can leave you with anything, practice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Now we've got Beth here, who's I'd love a reading, but we do ask that if you have something that you'd like to know, like ask the question with a bit more specific detail. You know, do you want to know about a relationship, or you want to know, you know, what direction is work going to go, or something, you know, that sort of more direct questioning. So I thought I'd just do that.
Just on that, Beth, if you could be like, if everybody could be more that way. When you were talking, Roz, to Beth about explaining that, I just got the reference to you're about to go through changes, honey, and there's positive energy there. So I say, look at what's being put in front of you very, 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 very shortly. I get the excitement with that. Okay.
And trust what you're feeling yourself.
Yep. Trust is a very big thing. Trust and surrender.
Yeah. And I'm just having, look, there you go. Feeling torn and lost. There's the Paula that doesn't do B Live.
That's Paula D. Does B Live.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful. Torn. Okay, honey, there's a reason why things are up in the air for you at the moment, and I do get the reference to it's very much about allowing the past to move. So I want to say, look at what you're holding on to in the past and let it go. And when you do that, you will find that that energy will move very quickly in that same sense. I don't know if you feel like you're looking through life as it's like my glasses are fogging up with your energy. So I don't know if you feel like you're looking through foggy lenses, so to speak, at what's going on around you. I just get the reference to when you can clear that, you will find that will move very quickly. Okay. Breathe and ground your energy. Reflect, let go. Okay. I think that's a big thing a lot of us are needing to do at the moment, Roz. And it's a common thing for the end of the year. But the energy is sneaking in a bit earlier.
Yeah. And I think too, as I was just rereading that little bit, feeling torn and lost, it was almost like in my visual of tearing what's not needed up, like really destroying it so that it doesn't come back, and making sure it's done with and it's put in the rubbish, the stuff that's not needed anymore.
And that's the thing, if it doesn't serve us, why take it? Why keep it going until next year? So, you know, if we declutter our lives, we declutter our house, the energy feels different. The house feels better. We've got to do that in our lives as well. Let go of those things that no longer serve us.
Don't I know it, as I'm still downsizing and sorting and unpacking the box. I'm not even doing the box a day yet.
But are you starting to feel the energy move?
Oh, yeah. It's more like my home. It is. It is that. And it doesn't have to be everything in one hit. The steps I'm taking are just whenever it feels right. I'll get something and clear it out, chuck it out, sort.
That's it.
I don't know if we've had Alice on before, but hi.
Hey, honey.
So some names I do recognise as returners, others I don't, which fair enough. I mean, there is a few that go through and my memory's not the best. Yeah, it's the best for me.
You remember it to be that way. I've got Alice on my page. I've just had a comment come through there. She says, can I have some clarity with direction, please, with career and if we shall move? Yes, honey, I get you will move. So to me, I do feel that that move is quite strong. It's around the timing.
And if you know the tarot, that's the one that was just sitting on top of the Gilded Tarot deck that I've got sitting here. It has been shuffled. The Nought, the Fool, the Hanging Man. Oh, no, that's the Hanging Man. It's just things upside down, isn't it? Looking at life from different perspectives. So it's a new journey. It's new possibilities are being open up to it.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're going to turn the Fool, the Hanging Man.
Yeah. Yep. Sometimes we're going to turn things upside down before they settle, but fall into a better place.
So that was Alice, wasn't it? Oh, yeah, there's the question on this page.
Okay, yep. You jump over.
I'm just going a bit slow. That's all right. I know I'm behind
okay.
with this.
Hey, Sandra, I hope you're well, sweetheart. Everything's more than others.
I noticed
family is everything.
I just want to sort of, family can be important. I think it's more so because family, each and every one of us has a different concept of what family means to us. And not every family is a happy family, a fully functioning, perfect family. So we're all each unique in the way that we are and how our family is. And sometimes it's not everything. It's the relationships that we have with each other that are part of what we're meant to be experiencing, but it's not always everything. Sometimes there are moments we need to leave that behind and be our own person, not to somebody else's expectations. That's just what I wanted to say around that one.
And be the best person that you know how to be.
Yeah, because we all have the skills that we have for very specific purposes, and I think it's our job to be using them and finding out what they are and doing the best with that. Like you said, being the best person we can be.
And Sandra, I hope your mum's doing well, hun, that things are heading in the right pathway there. Okay, Sandra's mum's been a bit ill last week.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes, hopefully there's some good healing there. I think we've answered this one with Francine around her son, wasn't it?
Oh, no, we didn't answer that one.
Not,
we did.
Not that specific.
It was getting a jiggy book, her language, understanding our language.
That's right, the thingamajigs.
So what was that? Growing pains?
I missed it was growing pains. Sorry, I'll hide that one. Oops, hang on. Technology. I love it.
It keeps us on our toes.
Yeah, it does.
Alice is just saying thank you, guys. She's feeling a bit upside down at the moment. So many options, have no idea the direction in which way is up. Just breathe, Alice. It will come, honey. Francine, my son is experiencing growth pains. Yeah, beautiful.
That's the one that we had there.
Okay. Honey, look at magnesium oil. I can highly recommend Karma Up. We do sell it on my website if you haven't got somewhere close to get it. Oh, he's done it again. Can you hear the fridge beeping?
I can. Just.
He just literally walked out the door. He did this last week, didn't he?
Yeah, must be something just for our show.
He reckons he doesn't do it. I should run out there and go, Pop, come back and see the fridge. Can you please excuse me for 1 second while I shut the fridge?
We can. I'll go on to the next one. Whichever one I choose. This one here from Danielle, I think, is the one that I've got next in line. I do feel that, I'll just pull a card for you. This one's just from the Lenormand, the first one that's on top, and that is the Tree of Life. So I would take from that. Oh, now I've got to remember which way to go, and like that. Yeah, is that right?
Yep, that looks
good.
Did
I go solo? Yep, and I'll hide that comment so you can see it properly, and that's close enough.
Yep, that's clear. That's perfect the way you got it.
Focusing on that now, and the Tree of Life is all encompassing, and I'm always attracted to the rainbows. So for me, that would certainly be a positive card as far as the message. It's the right one to buy. Not sure about the 2 new places. What do you get from the question? I'll put that back up again.
I'm probably in the right one to buy, but 2 new places, or shall we wait? No, now's the time. I feel
I think now's the time to buy. So to put the 2 places on it, 2 new houses on it.
Yeah, I think
so. Houses.
I get houses. I get the reference to if you don't do it now, property is going to go up in price. So to me, I think now is the perfect time to do it.
Missing the opportunity. Yeah, that's what it's the rainbow for me says it's a good positive.
And it's funny because a lot of us are having opportunities put in front of us. We need to take that leap. I always say to people lately, if it feels right to you, jump. Don't hesitate, because when we hesitate is when we lose that opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Feeling that gut feeling for yourself, it really is your own intuition. It's the best teacher, the best guide.
And that's so true, because the last couple of years we've had to do the hard work to build up what we've been working towards. Now that energy has moved, we've done that foundational work. Now's the time to take that leap and surrender and put our trust in it.
Okay. Comes down to that trust again. Trust in self.
It does. It does. That could be the word of the day, trust.
Yeah. Trust our own boundary settings, our own goal settings, our own moving forward.
Yeah. I get no with that.
I'm just feeling she's at where she needs to be for her own, her individual building growth.
I feel she will hit an age where you will find that she will change quite quickly. So I don't feel that she is. I don't feel like I need to put her on a spectrum or anything like that. So very much where she needs to be.
And there's Sandra's. Oh, I'm just trying to look. Oh, yeah, I'm not that far behind.
Hi, ladies. The doctor's going to get my mum's blood pressure sorted out if that's the problem. And I get no. Sorry, honey.
I don't feel that's the problem.
No, I don't think it's a problem. There's something else behind it that is causing it. So I feel like I get the ups and the downs with it. So whether it goes high, then it goes low. I just feel like it varies in that side of it. I'm not sure why, but I want to look at the metals in her body. So whether over the years she's been exposed to heavy metals, look at the metals in her body. So I don't know, Ros, would that be something they can do blood tests for?
I think they can, as far as the metals. Yep. I'm feeling that is partly to what load there is there. I'm getting a bit more around the hormones as well. So there's whichever one I'm not focusing on, because I'm not the body one. Yeah, I'm not quite the body empath as you are. I think hormones are one of them probably isn't working as well as it could. And it
so can that go back to the thyroid?
Well, the thyroid's a hormone, one of the endocrine systems, so part of the endocrine system, which is hormones, Yeah,
just when you said hormones, I was taken to the thyroid.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not trained in medical, so... I'm not trained medical. I've just had a little bit of experience with various things. That's all. Yeah. And Paula, another question. I'm just getting a yes. Yeah, I am too. I'm sitting here nodding my head. I was only for you to say
I wasn't watching that.
Right. Yes, honey, I do feel that is the move. Okay. Julie. Hey, honey.
Julie.
Yes.
I was just feeling the yes happening there. As a timeline, I think it's not too far off.
Positive thoughts, honey. Put it out to the universe in what you want, and the universe will develop and will bring it to forefront.
Yeah,
deliver is the word.
I'm actually seeing a bit more, the plasticine play doh type thing, as far as where you say with the suitable accommodation. Needs to be a little bit more flexibility in shaping your mind around what suitable is.
Yeah.
For you. Just there might be a little bit of compromise, but it's still going to be suitable. So, and Michelle.
I do think my son's anxiety.
I'd look into what is, being a bit more. Delving. Why is he so anxious? Is there something that you can actually pick? Look around what he's experiencing. What is there something specific that you can pick as to what's triggering an anxiety that it's that much of a problem? We all have different levels of stress, anxiety. Some, a little level is good because it keeps our adrenaline going, but when it's becoming a problem, there's an issue that's triggering it. Is there something there that you can see? Okay. What are you feeling with that, Leanne?
It just takes me back to my book. I'm writing my book. I'm writing a book at the moment to do with intuitive children and parents, giving them the tools to help in that side of it. So, honey, I'm drawn to what I quite often find in my work with my clients is a lot of the kids, even adults that have anxiety and depression, are quite intuitive. So my feeling is your son is quite a gentle, soft, sensitive soul. He could be quite creative. My feeling is a lot of that stuff that is causing that anxiety is its triggers, but he's taking it on like it's his own. So it can be energy of others or others' thoughts, others' feelings, that side of it. So when I always say to parents, ask your children, is it theirs? And they say yes or no. If they say yes, you know it's theirs. If they say no, you know it belongs to somebody else. It's not theirs to take on, so they need to acknowledge it and let it go. I would work on finding a way for him to still his mind. So be able to maybe meditate, be creative, whether he can write things down, his thoughts, his feelings, draw, paint, exercise. It raises our vibrations. It can help with that side of it. Okay.
And a good breathing.
Yes. Breath work brings up the
you tell me that
intuition. Just breathe.
And Alice, with
she's the lady that came on mine. Yep.
Would you like to we've done that one, have we? Or we have?
Yeah, I spoke about moving, but we didn't speak about the career side of it.
Yep. Getting confusion. There's too many ideas. There's too many options in where you want to put your energy. From what I'm feeling, it just feels like that. Is it a career or just a job? Is the question I'm hearing in my head that you're
and
after.
That's the thing. I think she needs the career, not the job. So if it feels like a career to you, go with it. If it feels like a job, you're not on the right path.
I think and being the one that attracts most, that you know you'll enjoy as well, as far as that career path, have the right challenges for you.
Look at the business, the paperwork as well. So to me, the work is very based around the paperwork.
There you go. That one probably... I look at some of these and think that might be a bit more of a personal reading. Do you really want it aired out over public avenue? That's just me. So for me, I'm choosing not to answer it.
Okay, that's okay.
That's up to you, Leanne.
I get... Honey, I get the frustration is there, but I feel like the signs have been there for a while. So I get you need to trust your instincts. So look at why you have been feeling drawn to that. It's been put in front of you for a reason. Okay? So get out of your own head and trust. Yeah. There's that word again.
Oh, yeah. Yes. You're right there.
What will come... outcome be God, I gotta read English. What will the outcome be regarding children and finances and timeframes for this? Thank you. Okay, it will go in your favor. I feel I've got balance, and I feel like I need to look at 12 months' time being settled. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you, honey.
Yeah. I was getting roughly the same with that one. So, and I like the comment here from Heather. Totally agree. Being an empath and can tell the doctor exactly what's going on. Being in tune and listening to your body, which is what I've been practicing. Well, the attempt has been there, which I'm pretty sure is done reasonably well. But it's more sometimes the stories that you actually hear of people going into doctors and being told nothing's wrong, and finding later there has been, and all the rest persist. And no, we know our own bodies better than what the doctors do. They're only going by what we are telling them. If you're not happy, insist, follow up happen, and all that.
Yeah, but it's just not our own bodies, mums. When you get feelings about your kids, I have a lovely lady that lives in this town that took her son to the doctors because she didn't feel something was right, to be told, go away, there's nothing right. And when she pushed and pushed, they took no. They literally watched the leukemia cells in his blood develop because mum made him aware of it. She sensed it. She knew something wasn't right, which is, thankfully, they picked it up early enough that they could get on top of it while he was still very young to be able to give him a better life.
Yeah.
So trust those instincts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've got Joy Ruffin. Hi, Joy. I occasionally pop into her lives when I can,
beautiful.
when it has to be the right time. And she's popped in here, and the topic's right up her alley, which very happy to have that happen. So, hi,
Joy's from overseas, isn't she? I've seen some of her Be Lives a couple of times.
Yeah.
Thank you, honey, for joining in. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, and I'm not quite sure where from. I mean, we should do that intro thing and put where you're from and that too still, which I keep forgetting to do all that formal stuff, things that's structured. One day I might have a checklist that I go down, tick, 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 tick as we're doing the show. I can't see that happening really. Honestly, I just like going with the flow.
I see it, hon. We do these workshops and stuff to learn different ways to help us promote our businesses and that. And I absolutely love Be Live, but I just love to get on there and I love to make the connections with people. I could probably be so much more tech savvy and build it bigger. But to me, it's about the connection that we make with each other at the same time. And, Be Live, we're allowed to go across the world. We can go anywhere. So it's beautiful making those connections overseas at the same time.
I do like the ease of being able to do all this as well. I mean, for me, it's just, I don't care if I've got makeup on or not, I do care that I'm dressed, but it doesn't it's not or anything. And remembering to look at the camera and things like that occasionally. It's just all of what you do learn, you actually can, in the end, say, I am actually learning, even though you're not ticking off boxes. It's happening because the more that you do it, it's the practice and you're getting better at it. And it just happens in a way, quite more naturally than the sheep.
Yeah. I've got the setup, I've got the lighting, I've got the mic, but the plug's sitting here for the lights. So be it. It's not meant to be lit up today.
Yeah, no, it softens the features, don't you think?
It does. It hides the redness because I've got no makeup on.
Yeah.
See, I'm not, for those that don't know me, I'm not a makeup person. I have just come off of 4 heavy days of reading that I had to wear the makeup. Mind you, Sunday morning I had clients where we had laughter or tears, we had laughter or sadness. So what does the makeup do? Because Spirit gives me, as the empath, those emotions. I cry for Spirit to show to be able to show their family what Spirit is. I've got no control over it either. So I just got to go with it. But to go from moments of sadness to laughter back to sadness and to have beautiful clients sitting in front of me doing the same, people must walk past and think, oh, my God, what is going on?
Yeah, it was a moment on Friday that I had Spirit connecting in a weird way I had a text from a friend in America who was letting me know that there was those fires in Paradise in Northern California, because one of my internet friends is Barbara, who is from that town. And it was just that the tears were starting to flow as a friend and I were playing games, because we do a game afternoon, evening fortnightly, and it just happened to be that time. And here's me playing what we're playing, and I've got tears flowing, and I sort of it does feel a bit weird getting the messages in that way, but letting it go with the flow and connecting. Obviously, I felt at that time there were some of the deaths had already occurred. You know, it's just allowing, connecting, and realizing that we are all connected in one way or another, whether we acknowledge that or not. We are, and it's just being in the flow of where our energy is at. And I like that. That's a great one, Joy. Thank you. Trust first, trust yourself, trusting others. This is probably back in the conversation a bit too, but it fits in. We're just trust what we're getting.
It's certainly one that keeps coming up today. And I think that's, if anybody can take anything out of it, just trust in yourselves. We've got to start with ourselves before we can reflect that. Because we've got to put out what we want to receive back. So,
and a lot of the time, the best way to teach, learn, you know, it's that cycle of learn, teach, put it forward, learn, teach, put it forward. You know, that sort of thing that we put out as the mirror. Well, some people refer to it as a mirror, but what we're learning, we also are putting out. So it's again that cycle, the tree of life, all of that. So I'm just going this. I'm just getting it. It's going to be a bit tough for a little while longer. I just needed to answer that as I got it. So,
honey, but you're focusing on what you don't have. Put the focus in what it is you want. Put it out to the universe. I need this. This is what I don't want to say it's even needed. It's I have this. And then that will come in, because we can block that stuff ourselves. And I think for me at the moment, and I'm just having a aha moment as well, which doesn't help, is spirit is pushing me in so many ways lately. This year has been a major big change for me. You know, I never seen myself to be a teacher. I never seen myself to be a writer, but spirit is really been pushing that. I've been sitting and just writing, just typing, and I'm losing hours just by typing and not. I feel like I've been there half an hour. My husband says to you last night, do you realise it's like midnight and you're still on that computer? I think I sat down about 6, must have been about 8 o'clock actually, to do that. It's about bringing in what we want, sort of thing. It's, you know, we've got to allow this energy to move in. We've done all the hard work. We've learnt the hard lessons in the past. We just now need to allow ourselves to go with the flow. Stop getting hung up in the old ways. The old ways is the structure. The new ways are coming in, so we need to allow that energy to move. So see yourself having that money rather than seeing yourself having loads of bills. You know, I've just come home and my daughter's put all these bills on my desk in front of me going, Mum, did you realise there's this? Did you realise that? My husband got a red light camera, and I'm like, yesterday. But it's kind of like, okay, breathe, deal with one thing at a time, see the money coming in, look at the bigger focus and plan ahead. In that sense, dream. We manifest our dreams.
Yeah, I think too with the, you know, on a previous reading, it was that tearing things up and what's not needed anymore too. Yeah. Those lessons that you're learning and have learnt, let them be those lessons, put them in your history book or in the rubbish or whatever, and just move forward with it. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I've always been, especially lately, I've been stuck on my weight. Okay. Lately I don't have time to exercise. My diet is probably crap because I'm on the road a lot. So, you know, it's nothing like us to travel hours and go, oh, here's a petrol station, I need something to eat. So it's, you know, it's deep fried or it's a pie or it's not, there's not always that healthy choice there. But lately I'm trying to focus on seeing myself let go of my weight rather than hold on to it to protect me. Okay. I want more energy, damn it. I'm determined at the moment. Yeah. But
which is hard with the ability. But it's still doable.
Yeah. But I just think if we decide we want to kick ass in certain parts of our lives or anything we put our mind to, we can make it happen. Sort of thing. We just got to, I think at the moment, for me, the universe is pushing stop making excuses. Don't allow others to stand in your way. Just do it. If it feels right for you, just do it.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's who you need to be listening to. And I think, is there any light in the tunnel for my son, Jack? Yep.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. It's about changing that energy. Okay? See what it is you want for him. Okay? The mind is a very strong thing.
Yeah, and allow him to be responsible for his own shit too. Well, that's
I
what
like
came
it.
to mind.
I love it.
That's what
that is
came to
what
my
Spirit's
mind.
telling you. You got to say it.
Yeah,
Okay?
I did. So
I love it when I stand up in front of, a crowd of people doing a live show, and the language that can come out and the way I say things, I go, I'm sorry, it's not the way I speak, but that's the way they put it. But they love it. It's what their loved ones said to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, we find that funny.
Good, Tamara.
But that's what it is.
Will I be able to? Yes, I got yes before even reading your comment, hun. Will I be able to cut back on my corporate job with my business venture, please? And thank you. You're very welcome.
Yeah.
But yes,
I think that's linked in with what you just said before leaving that stuff go, following what your heart's telling you. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess for years we've always been conditioned certain ways. We've always been told to do this and do that, the expectations. That's going out the door. Be different. Be yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's another one that's about sun. I think it's absolutely so right for a mother to feel that for children. Feeling the responsibility to care for them, love and nurture them, which is what is in most mothers' hearts. I know not always, but it's still it's allowing them to be themselves and allow them their own responsibility for their own actions too. But just supporting them at the right spot.
Oh, for sure. And I think, yes, he's going to have his challenges, but he's got you to remind him he's strong, that he can keep putting one foot in front of another. So be that support, allow him to live. I know it's as second nature as a parent to worry, but sometimes we need to acknowledge that worry and let it go, because we don't want to be manifesting that at the same time. So it's sort of, I just get you there to guide him in that way. Okay.
I'm just listing this one, if you take your mind back just to that one where you advised magnesium, good idea. At the same time, what I had was the black pepper essential oil was what came to my mind at the same time too. I just thought, well, I better actually say that because that was there. Trust what I was given.
You're welcome, Francine. Yeah. And that's it, Ros. You've got to trust. Trust, trust, trust.
And that popped up. I'm way behind in the list that's there, but they're not me.
Yeah, there's over 90 comments. Wow, that's good. But, yeah, I'm going to be running around Adelaide going, trust, trust, trust. I can hear it coming now.
Yeah. So is that Michael or Michelle? No, it's Michael.
I can't see it.
I think. Did we put it there? Yeah, I did. Hello, I'm new. Can I have a reading on my family?
I've still got Francine's comment on the screen, hun. Have you clicked on it?
Is it? Yeah, I did a show. Is it showing on yours now?
Yeah,
sorry.
Oh, okay, Michael, I get the communication around your family. I'm very drawn to your throat chakra, mate. So to me, I feel like there's the need to be able to express or to communicate your thoughts, your feelings, sort of things. So whether there's stuff going on at the moment that you need to speak up with, I just get the reference. As I'm laughing at the card that comes out, I get the reference to that you need to move that energy and things will be okay.
And I'll hide that so you can have a good look at the card, Michael. If you go back to the replay and have a good look at the card, the letter, it is about communication and getting what you feel out there. That's what I'm feeling with it as well. So there you go. To your family, of course, because that's what question you actually asked. What's that?
And the thing is, if you can't say those things, guys, put pen to paper and write it down to move that energy, because that way we're releasing it to the universe rather than holding on and manifesting it bigger. Okay.
I'm trying to find the next one. Oh, because we're on 11:30. Wow, that time goes so fast.
My goodness. Yeah. We can talk all day, Roz.
Well, we could. I've got places to be, though.
Yeah, me too. I've got to go to Adelaide.
Yeah, it's my first day of volunteering at the local second time round. Like they do it as a charity thing for the hospital. I think it's a hospital auxiliary runner. I'll be finding out.
Beautiful. Sounds fun. Meeting new people.
Yeah. Well, yeah, some new that I don't know, but a few that I do. So, you know, a bit of comfort, bit of out of comfort. So I'm fine with that.
That's good. It's putting yourself out there.
So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to finish any of the others as readings, I don't think, today. So thank you, though, everybody, for actually joining in. And if I have time later, I might pop into some of the comments as they're listed on the page.
Yeah.
Where the show is. I'm trying to think, where is it? My Time TV Live. Yeah, that one. So it just depends. Depends what time I might have a bit later. So
and I'll so much probably do the same thing.
Yeah, and joining in, Leanne. It's so great. I love doing these.
I look forward to it. I love it when I'm home and I'm not, running around the countryside, and I'm like, I'm laying in bed this morning going, I should get up. I've got things to do, but I'm going live with Roz today. I can't wait.
Yeah. And I have the challenge. I hope the technology works. Some point soon, I'm planning on getting the iMac, and that should be a lot more reliable, faster processing, I hope. I want to set it up so that we can get this a bit more reliable and the Chrome works. Not sure whether Chrome browser works really well on the Apple branding, which is another thing that could be part of the issue. Sure. I don't know.
I'm a Samsung girl, so I don't know much about iPad.
I love the editing and the graphics and whatnot on a Apple branding on any of them. But I was a PC person for many, many years. I mean, I've been on computers since 1982, where you typed in your own program. That's
my beautiful friend Nick that helps me with my website is trying very hard to get me over to Mac. So I just laugh at him and go, yeah, right.
I really did hesitate there for a while until I thought, no, the things I want to do are more graphic oriented, are more video. I wanted to do video way back then. I think I've had this probably 10 years. So it's getting a bit long in the tooth.
Yeah.
I didn't regret doing it. It was a culture shock because it was so different to use, but I've gotten so used to it now. I really like the Mac style, the Apple style. So everyone, thank you. Look forward to whatever happens before next week. Enjoy your week in between. Hopefully we'll be here at some time next week on the same channel. mytimetv.live, depending how I post it. But you'll get here. So thank you. Share it around. Share it around to the friends that you feel would be interested in connecting with us. And see you next week.
If you're watching us as a replay, #replay in the comments so we know that you're catching us as a replay.
Yeah. All right. That's a good
Beautiful
idea.
They do come in at times.
Okay, thanks. See you, everybody.
All right, thanks, Roz. Bye, everyone.
Bye. The speed of my processor is slow.
It's still on, Roz.
I know.